the legendary Yeti, monster of the Himalayas. High above the clouds, where oxygen thins and the wind screams across endless snowfields, rises the towering wall of the Himalayas. These mountains are home to Earth's tallest peaks, including Mount Everest, and, according to legend, something else. For centuries, people have whispered about a massive, ape-like creature roaming these frozen slopes. They call it the Yeti. Also known in the West as the Abominable Snowman, the Yeti is said to stand between 6 and 8 feet tall, covered in thick fur ranging from reddish-brown to snow-white. It walks upright like a human, leaves enormous footprints in the snow, and is rarely seen, but often heard. But where did this legend begin? And could there be any truth behind it? Let's dive in. Origins in Sherpa and Tibetan tradition. Long before Western climbers arrived in the Himalayas, local communities told stories of mysterious beings living high in the mountains. Among the Sherpa people of Nepal and Tibetan communities, several different creatures are described. Not just one. Some legends speak of the Dzute, a large, bear-like creature that attacks livestock. Others describe the Migoi, a more human-like wild man that walks upright and avoids people. In some stories, these beings are protectors of sacred lands. In others, they are dangerous and unpredictable. Importantly, these stories were never originally framed as cryptozoology. They were part of spiritual belief systems, woven into Buddhist traditions and mountain lore. The Himalayas are sacred in Tibetan Buddhism, and mysterious beings inhabiting them were seen as part of the spiritual fabric of the world. Then Western explorers arrived, and everything changed. The birth of the Abominable Snowman. The term Abominable Snowman wasn't ancient at all. It was the result of a mistranslation. In the 1920s, British explorers heard reports of strange footprints at high altitudes. Journalist Henry Newman translated a Tibetan phrase in a way that exaggerated its meaning, and the sensational name stuck. By the mid-20th century, the Yeti had become a global phenomenon. In 1951, British mountaineer Eric Shipton took one of the most famous photographs in cryptid history. While exploring near Everest, he snapped a picture of a large, clearly defined footprint in the snow. The image spread around the world. The print looked too large to be human. The shape seemed almost ape-like, and for many it was proof. But was it? Expeditions and searches. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, multiple expeditions set out to find physical evidence of the Yeti. Even famous climber Sir Edmund Hillary, one of the first 2 men confirmed to summit Everest, joined a Yeti investigation in 1960. Hillary examined alleged Yeti scalps kept in monasteries. At first glance, they appeared convincing, but scientific testing later suggested they were made from animal hide, possibly goat or siro. Hair samples collected over the years have repeatedly been analyzed. In most cases, DNA results pointed to known animals, particularly Himalayan brown bears or Asian black bears. So does that mean the mystery is solved? Not necessarily. The bear theory. One of the strongest explanations is misidentified bears. The Himalayan brown bear can stand on its hind legs, reach impressive heights, and leave unusual tracks when snow melts and distorts their paw prints. A partially melted bear track can look eerily humanoid. Add extreme weather conditions, low oxygen at high altitudes, and isolation, and perception can easily shift. But skeptics argue something else. If the Yeti were real, where are the bones, the bodies, the clear photos? In an age where nearly everyone carries a camera, why is there no definitive proof? The psychological factor. Remote, dangerous environments heighten human imagination. High altitude can cause hypoxia, a lack of oxygen that affects brain function. Climbers have reported hallucinations, shadow figures, and the eerie sensation of being watched. There's also the third man factor, a phenomenon where explorers feel an unseen presence accompanying them during extreme stress. In the vast silence of the Himalayas, with wind echoing off ice walls, even natural sounds can feel supernatural. But here's the thing. Cultural symbolism. To many Himalayan communities, the Yeti isn't just a monster. It represents the untamed wilderness, the power of nature beyond human control. The Himalayas are brutal and unforgiving. Avalanches, blizzards, hidden crevasses, the mountains themselves feel alive. The Yeti embodies that danger. It also serves as a reminder, Humans are not the rulers of every landscape. There are still places on Earth where we are visitors. Modern sightings. Even in recent decades, alleged sightings continue. Trekkers report distant figures moving across snowfields. Footprints appear and disappear after storms. In 2019, the Indian Army claimed to have found large footprints near Mount Makalu, reigniting global headlines, though no conclusive evidence followed. Each time, excitement builds, and each time, it fades. Yet the legend persists. Could the Yeti be real? Scientifically speaking, the existence of a large, undiscovered primate in the Himalayas is highly unlikely. The ecosystem would need to support a breeding population. There would need to be physical remains. But history has surprised us before. The mountain gorilla was once considered a myth. The okapi was known only through local stories before Western science confirmed it. So is it impossible? No. Is it probable? That's another story. Why we still believe the Yeti endures because it taps into something primal. The idea that something unknown still roams the most remote places on Earth is thrilling. It reminds us that mystery still exists, that not every shadow has been explained. In a world mapped by satellites and scanned by drones, the Himalayas remain vast, dangerous, and largely unexplored. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. Because sometimes, the power of a legend isn't in proving it's real. It's in knowing that when the wind howls across the roof of the world, you can't be entirely sure what's out there. So next time you see a strange track in the snow, ask yourself, was it just a bear? Or was something watching from higher up the mountain?